What's going on, guys? Derek Jackson here, and today I am joined by my lovely wife, Danaea, and we just wanted to address a couple of things. You know, we understand that some of you may have already heard, maybe not, that this chapter of our marriage is one that was preceded by a marriage that I completely failed. And I would say it just started around August, maybe September of last year. But, you know, a lot has been said already about what was the cause and all that other stuff. Some of it is true. Some of it is completely false. But the truth is, and I'm saying it here now, is that Derek Jackson was involved with other women outside the marriage. And by involved, I want to be clear, I'm not talking about just casually kicking it, maybe a lunch or something like that. I'm talking about as serious as sex, to sexual flirtation and meeting up and that kind of thing. And some things that otherwise may be considered okay by some in terms of like just chatting or checking on people or being checked on by people that I've had a previous encounter with. But without my wife's knowledge of it and with us having a sexual history, all of it falls under the umbrella of inappropriate.
That video is from popular YouTuber and social media influencer Derek Jackson, who had to come onto social media and explain why he cheated on his wife. Now, of course, this is after he lied about it, after he made terrible excuses about it, but eventually he had to own up to it. Well, why? Well, that is because Tasha K broke the story, dismantling the career of Derek Jackson. And I wanted to play a small clip from one of her podcasts just to clarify that she did it.
But according to the family of the Jacksons, Mr. Jackson is afraid to leave his wife. Now, at first I was like, come on now, just leave. You don't want, just leave, okay? You slept around on her the entire time y'all have been together since you were children up until you was married, okay? I think this is the longest he's gone without sleeping with people because everybody knows who in the fuck he is now, okay? Thanks to the Wino gang. Now, listen. But then I got to thinking, they said, just look at her Instagram page. She's so religious. They say she reciting scriptures while they fucking. What?
So guys, I think that's proof enough. And we all know that when this went down, this was tumultuous to his career. He has never been the same. He's been completely decimated as a brand. It was all over every news outlet in America, even international news, had this debacle of Mr. Derek Jackson cheating on his wife. But one thing that Derek Jackson never did was he never disrespected Tasha K. He, as a man, accepted his fate. Now, Tasha K, you know, wants everybody to be accountable. R. Kelly, black men. I mean, she talks down on African-American men on the behalf of African men. So she has, you know, all of these things to, you know, go and look in people's lifetimes and look in people's lives and all this stuff. She wants everybody to be accountable, except for her. Why am I talking about this today? Yeah, that is because Tasha K, when she lost her lawsuit against Cardi B and the appeal was negative, didn't look good, instead of paying the $4 million that she owed, what is Tasha K doing, guys? Tasha K runs like a coward, moving to Morocco. Now, why is Morocco so important? Well, what we hear on the streets is that, you know, you can't get sued in Morocco, things like that. Now, I want to deal with this because I know a lot of us don't like Derek and will never like Derek Jackson, but he took it on the chin. He suffered his fate. He suffered what happened to him, because typically that is what men typically do. Hey, we made a mistake. I own up to it. I can't deal with, you know, I got to deal with it and make it better. Tasha K can't do that though. She has to run from her problems. Although she wanted everybody else in the world, listen to what I'm saying, whenever she wanted to expose somebody else, she wanted them to own up to her problems. But see, here's what's wrong in the black community. And I'm not saying that men are not unaccountable, because we are. But typically, when a man makes a mistake and you tell him, hey, this is what's going on. You messed up. You made a huge mistake, bro. You need to fix it. Most guys can accept the consequences of what their actions are. I mean, even in the gangs, look at 55th Street. What's the guy? Crip Mac. Remember he had a DP, a beat down and go take? He went and accepted, took his fate. Didn't try to run. But Tasha K is running. And Tasha K represents a good portion of what I think of people in the community, especially in the sister population, who whatever they're doing, they're unaccountable, blaming somebody else for their mistakes, and running from the problems that they created. That's right. Running from the problems that they create. Blaming men for everything while running from the problems that they create and complaining about it. See, Tasha K has never apologized to Cardi B for what she's done, even though she had the opportunity to apologize. Even Cardi B said, listen, stop slandering me. Just take the videos down. It's all good. No. Tasha K continued to harass, continued to defame until she went to court and lost.
You stupid.
Not only did you lose $4 million for yourself, you lost it for that African husband that you always praise over African American men. Now, I want to know one question. How many African American guys are jealous of your situation? Just think about it. Most black women in America could never lose $4 million for a man. The average black woman can never do that. And you're talking down on the black man? And if you were in a relationship with him, what would you do? You'd be so tumultuous. You would destroy everything that they have built. You would have destroyed it with your mouth and your ways that some people can say could be considered evil. Yet you take this guy, destroy his life, move to Morocco, running from your problems, and guess what? Wherever you go, there you are. You know, Tasha K is a transplant, guys. What is a transplant? She came from Florida, moved to Atlanta, and her big mouth took her from Atlanta to Morocco. But I got a question, guys. Do you honestly think that Tasha K is gonna change? No, Tasha K is gonna continue to do what Tasha K does, which is get into trouble, run her mouth. And you think that people are not gonna find you anywhere? You gotta come back to the United States one day. Just pay the money, Tasha. You lost. Cardi B won, and Cardi B wants her money. Stop running from the problems, because the problem ain't the fact that you lost $4 million. The problem is the hatred in your heart that caused you to speak all of those evil things against her, and the lack of accountability. And how are you going to be a woman married to a man and you're that unaccountable? We call it being stubborn in the black community. And guess what? We have a lot of stubborn people who don't understand that their actions hurt the community, hurt your family. I wish I could never do something so stupid to hurt my family income like that. $4 million, because I won't shut up. Jesus Christ. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity John. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe with the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.